Hello, hello. Good morning, good morning. Well, it's still morning. Good morning. Give me just a second while I go live in all the places. Oh, what's talking to me? There we go. All right. Now let me pop back over here, bring this up on my phone. I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. So give me just a minute while I pull this up. Where are we? Why is it not? Hold on. Let me get out of there and start over. There we go. Why is it not? Hold on. All right. Good morning. Good morning. So I know I sent out a message that I was going to be on at 11 o'clock today. And normally I come in on 10 on Sundays, but I was doing so much leisurely things this morning that it was like time just felt like I just needed to decompress a little bit before I got on here. Good morning. Good morning. I don't know how to say your name. Let me look over here so I can see it a little bit better. I'll butcher it if I even try. So I'm not going to. Ver, ver, Verezzo? I don't know. See, I knew I would butcher it. And good morning, Wendy. Good morning. Good to have you here. I was just saying that I was having such a leisurely morning and enjoying it. There was this nice light rain that came through, and I was looking outside, and it's like it knocked a lot of the really colorful leaves onto the ground, and I was in this awe of looking at all the beautiful colors on the ground. And it was I don't know, there was just so much beauty that was showing up that I just had to stay immersed in it for a little bit before I got on here. So I'm here now, and I'm so excited to be here. You're welcome to take some Sunday time. Thank you, thank you. And for anybody that's here live or watching the replay, if you have not put your opinion in the poll about the Monday thing, please go in and do, because I'm going to be changing up of that a little bit. And good day. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to be changing that up a little bit, and I want to make sure that I'm taking what you're wanting into consideration. And then I'll be putting up a poll about the times that I have available, and we'll see what works with the majority of people. We do have a lot of people in the group and a lot of new people. And so I want to make sure that I'm accommodating all of those people as much as I can, because the stuff that we're doing in here is so important and so enlightening, and everybody is so supportive. And I just want to make sure that we all take advantage of the beauty of the community. And so I have an affirmation and a journal prompt for you guys. And before I start, I want to mention to you, and I had put a post up. I don't remember if I put it in the group or not, but if not, I'll make sure I do. But I've been sending you invitations and inviting you to go to the master class with Stacy Lauren for the wealth experiment. And the coolest thing has happened. Well, not cool for her, but for us, it's cool. She was burning the candle at both ends. She had went on a trip to Texas, and she came back, and she was doing all of these things. And so she wasn't really, how we do sometimes. We get this tunnel vision, and we're not taking care of ourselves. And what happens? We get sick, right? Because we're not taking the time to breathe. We're not taking time to rest and relax and feed our bodies and our souls, right? And that's when we get sick. So she got sick after doing all this stuff with the master class, and she was thinking she was going to postpone the beginning of it and all that stuff. But instead, now it could be because she was running a fever, but however, she decided to open it up free for a week. So the first week of the Wealth Experiment is free. And so I'm going to share my link in the comments for you to sign up, because I'm doing it again, and I've done it more than once. But it's like, you just get like, this is an amazing community of people. Well, that's an amazing community of people too. And you get to where they're friends, and you can bounce ideas off of each other. It just really becomes an amazing place to just share, right? And so I would love it, each and every one of you, if you would get on and sign up to be part of it, and start the dares on Monday. And I would love for us to be doing the dares at the same time. It's so much more fun that way. And it doesn't mean you're obligated to do a damn thing after the week, right? You just get a taste of it. You get to play a little and kind of dip your toe in, get it wet, and maybe learn a couple of swim strokes, right? You're not going to be an Olympic swimmer with just a week, but heck, you'll be able to learn a lot, right? And it's more learning about you, and it is very eye-opening, and I love doing it. And like I said, I've done it a few times. So the dares change a little bit, but the thing that changes is me. So I can do the same dare over and over and over again and come out with something different, because I become different. And then when I come back, I'm a different person doing it. Like I talk about when we read a book, right? I've got several books that I love to read over and over again. And every time I do, it feels like somebody put new words in there. And I know they didn't, but it was because I changed. So the words that were important to me, or the thoughts that were important to me the last time I read it, are different now. And so it's amazing. I love it. So, and the thing that's really cool that she's doing is that everybody that signs up for the free week, oh my gosh, this is so good. And you participate, you go in and you share your dares, and maybe you comment on other people, whatever it is. But the person that's the most active in that week wins the entire thing. That's $3,000 free, right? So you get this free week. And then if you're really, really active, you're the most active, you get the $3,000 program for free. I mean, whoa, right? So it would be so easy for you guys to step in with me. And like I said, it would be so fun for us all to do it together. And there is no obligation to do anything past the week. And actually, you're not obligated to do a damn thing, but sign up, try the first dare. And if it touches you in a way that is beneficial, you signed up. Yay, Carrie. Yay. But if you do the first dare and it feels good, then keep going for the week and really dive in. And who knows, you might win the entire thing. And it is an amazing thing, especially as an entrepreneur, to do this, because it really opens up who you are and what you're wanting to do. All right, so that's that. And then right now I'm working on creating another stand up and stand out party. I'm hoping right now that I can have it for Tuesday, like 4:35 p.m. Eastern. I haven't really gotten that dialed in because I've been having a little snafu with Facebook with actually creating the event. So, but I will be inviting you all to it. So definitely come to the stand up and stand out party, because it's going to be fun. It always is. Now the thing that was interesting to me is, like I said, I came on here a little bit later today because I was having this leisurely morning, and part of it was standing in awe of the fallen leaves in the yard. and they're all different colors because of the fall colors, right? And it's like when you look out in the yard, I was looking out through my window and we've got some Halloween stuff up. So there are these 3 white ghosts that are on poles. And the really cool thing about them, I know I'm talking about a whole bunch of stuff, but I don't know why I'm just so excited this morning. But these ghosts are on these poles, and when the wind blows or whatever, they move around and they have like little faces where it's like they've got like they're like this. And sometimes they're staring out there, sometimes they're staring at me when I look out the window. And the really funny thing is that sometimes when I open and I look out the window, I'm not opening the window, open the drape, and I look out the window and the leaves were falling and the wind blew. It was like one of those ghosts turned and looked at me and went, like it was in awe too of the beautiful ground cover. And I know it's not good for the lawn and all that stuff, but oh my gosh, was it beautiful. So I hope you can be somewhere today that you can just be in complete awe, right, of something beautiful. And that beauty can be different for everybody, right? So I want that for you today. All right, so let me go ahead and get the affirmation up. All right, so affirmation for today is, today I open my mind. Oh, my mind. Well, my mind too. Today I open my eyes to endless possibilities and activate my dreams with joy and excitement. I'm ready to live fully now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next year, not when the weather gets better, when I got enough money in the bank, not when so and so calls. We usually put these parameters on, whew, I'll be happy when. Have you ever said that phrase? I'm asking, have you ever said that phrase? I'll be happy when. I know I said it not too long ago. I'll be so happy when this election stuff is over, right? So we say it all the time. And then actually, when we say those things, we're holding ourselves back because we can be happy now. If we choose to, right? And Carrie, I hope you get in there and you play full out and you win that thing, because you can. Good morning, Lynn. I just now saw that you're there too. Yeah, yes. So today, right here, right now, this very second, and for the entire day and beyond, I open my eyes to endless possibilities. Good morning, V. Good morning. And activate my dreams with joy and excitement. And I don't know if it's this that's got me so excited this morning. I don't know. Or if it was seeing all the beautiful leaves laying out there on the ground. I was going to say grass and ground at the same time. And I realized half my yard doesn't have grass. It's weeds. So. But I'm ready. I hope you're ready to live fully now. Yes. I love your little, are those emojis? What the hell do you call them? I don't even remember. Oh. But I want you to think about this. And we talk a lot about whether when we're open to things, when we're closed, right? Because, and I say this all the time, so I always people think, was that the only thing she knows to say? But there are people here who are not here all the time. I'm just going to go ahead and do my thing. Okay. There are 5 billion bits of information coming at us per second because everything that is going on has a vibration to it, it has an activity to it. There's things that are vying for our attention, right? There's a vibration out there. You know, if you like when you walk outside, there are so many Avatar. Okay. That's it. That's it. Thank you. Thank you, Wendy. um, but when we walk outside and we look around, if we were not able to filter out what we see, we would have to take so much time to see every nuance of the tree, every nuance of the pavement, the house, I mean, it would just be mind boggling. And then all the sounds, the visual, the hearing, everything. It would be like you would just be inundated with so much visual things that you could not focus, and so many auditory things that you would just be like, wow, right? And so we luckily have this amazing intuitive ability to filter out what's going on around us. And we have the ability to only be seeing about 2,000 bits per second. Now, think about that. There's 50 billion bits of information coming at us, and we see 2,000. That's a big difference, right? And what creates those 2,000? It's our thoughts of the world, our thoughts about us, the things that have happened to us in the past. We have this filtering ability that is amazing, but it's also restrictive because when someone told us when we were young that the world was a really bad place, or maybe somebody told us you're not smart, somebody told us you're not pretty, whatever those thoughts were that somebody gave us, we filter the world as if those things are true, and we're always looking at bits of information that prove those things. Because our subconscious mind is a master at keeping us safe. Our conscious mind is a master at keeping us safe, right? Our conscious mind says, okay, she's not pretty. Let's just find the things in the world that are so pretty that she pales in comparison. Let's find people that feel that she's not pretty. Let's find all the evidence to make that true. And so we get to really start choosing what our 2,000 bits of information are. Like I say all the time, we have a lens of the world, right? And the things that have happened to us up until today, it's almost like we have taken Vaseline and put it on our glasses. And every time something negative happens that alters our beliefs, we put a little bit more and we put a little bit more till finally we can barely see at all. If we can see anything, we might see like shadows, right? And that's how we are in the world. That's how filtered our information is. And so we want to make sure that we are cleaning those glasses off and we're opening ourselves up to the possibilities in the world. We're not staying in that 2,000 bits because we are moving and making those 2,000 bits different. So the way that we do that is by what we focus on, our inner dialogue, the things that we read, the things that we do, right? And that's some of the things that I help people with hypnosis, because some people can do all of this work here that we're doing, and it just won't move the needle fast enough or deep enough, right? Because like one of the things I had told you guys before is that when I first started doing a lot of this, I started as a health coach because I was so sick and tired of being fat, right? And the thing is that even as I became a health coach and a transformational coach, and I was able to shift all of this stuff in such a dramatic way, but suddenly I began to feel that I was sliding back into some of those old behaviors. Now, luckily, I recognized that I was sliding back. And it was like, okay, now what do I do? Now what do I do? And I started going back through some of my programs and the things that I had learned, and it would help for a little bit. And I would slide back. And I thought, well, now I don't want to have to constantly be thinking about this. I want to do something different. And that's when I remembered having hypnosis before, and I researched a little bit more about hypnosis. And that's when I decided to become a hypnotist. Because what I do with my clients is we have a coaching session and then I solidify it with hypnosis. Now, does it happen with one session? It's possible, but usually it's like a package of sessions because, like Shrek says, or Shrek, Donkey says, I can't think what Donkey's name is. The donkey says in Shrek that we are like onions. We're layers, right? So we work on one thing, we peel the layer back, and there's something else. We peel the layer back, and sometimes it takes, 3 or 4 sessions to really get underneath and really change those habits. And that's what I help people with. So as I'm saying this, anybody that wants to just have a conversation, I have a Calendly link for a 15-minute conversation to just kind of dive into what you want and see if I can give you one thing to do to help. And then if you want to move forward with some hypnosis, we can do that too. But doesn't matter. You can get tremendous change. You can get tremendous change with doing this process that we do every day and with just having that conversation. So today, my eyes are open to endless possibilities. And not only are we open to endless possibilities, but we actually activate, because there's a difference. You can be open and just sit there and be open, but we have to activate. We have to really look at what is our inspired action so that we can activate our dreams with joy and excitement, because I am ready to live fully now. And remember, anything that comes after the words I am, ultra powerful, right? I am statements are so profound. So if you really want to just dive into this today and have something that's going to just pop in your mind and help you right away, adopt this. I am ready to live fully now. I am ready to live fully now. And I'm telling you that is the beginning of this shift. And there's so much power in this statement right here. All right, so let's go to do I have it in here? Yeah, the journal prompt. All of a sudden I thought, where did I put it? All right, so our journal prompt. What possibilities have been quietly waiting within me, and how can I allow them to flow effortlessly into my awareness today? Whew. Don't you love that question? Because when we ask powerful questions, we get powerful answers, right? Does anybody have any thoughts on this? What possibilities have been quietly waiting within you, and how can you allow them to flow effortlessly into my awareness? Now, there's a reason I say that word so slow. It's not only for its impact, but because I have a hard time saying it correctly if I say it too fast. I don't know if anybody else has that issue, but that word, for whatever reason, just does not flow off the tongue as easily as some other words. And maybe that's a mental block. I have no idea. I'll dive into that one for sure. Let me take a sip of my coffee. All right, so let's just see where we are here. All right. Anybody have any thoughts right here you want to add, or maybe you have a question? What does something about this, why it works? I don't know. Anything. What possibilities have been quietly waiting within me? And you know, as I'm saying that, I just had there's a woman that she's been um, on my podcast before, and I'm trying to remember if she's been a guest in the group. If she hasn't, I definitely need to reach out and have her as a guest in the group. But she does a lot of tapping and different things, which I do tapping too, but that's part of my hypnosis and all that. And something about what she does, I really, really love. And so she posed a question this morning when I was on Facebook, and she said, "Oh, I don't ever remember exactly what the question was, but if money were absolutely zero problem, what are three things that you would do in your life?" And you know, a lot of times we think, "Oh, I'd pay my bills, I'd get a new house, I would." Oh my gosh, the dream things that she put up were like, "Oh man, I'm not dreaming big enough," you know? Because one of the things that I used to say that if money were no object, I would buy 50 acres of land. I would create these houses in here, in there that my family and my friends, we could all live in like this compound area or whatever the heck you call it. And then different people could use their gifts and talents to do the things that we would need to do, whether it is taking care of people or animals or cultivating the ground and farming and all of the stuff, right? But one of the things that she said this morning that I thought was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm not dreaming big enough. Come on a cruise with us." Yes, yes, yes. That would be fun, Wendy. That would be fun. But she said she would have 100 acres and to be a horse sanctuary. And then she would have people that she hired to take care of it. And I thought, now she had 2 others, but that was the one I thought, "Oh, that's where I haven't been dreaming big enough." And it's not like I never have, but I got away from one of the dreams that I had, and I'll share real quick. One of the dreams that I had a long time ago, and I actually even looked up the information and I had it printed out and had it in a folder, but I got away from it for some reason. Oh, hold on a second. Sorry, I gotta go. I'm in church waiting to start. I'm pretty sure I registered twice in the 1 week with Stacy. Can you let her know it's only me, please? Yes, I will, V. I will. I promise. And V says, "Pay my bills, pay for this program, and open a foundation to help others." Ooh, I love that. I love that. And thank you for being here and enjoy church. So the dream that I used to have, and it's getting reactivated as we're talking, was that to buy an island. And when I looked at islands, I was kind of surprised that, and it's been years. So at that time, an island was anywhere from 2 million to 20 million, right? So with the way things are now, that's going to be a lot higher. But however, there were islands that were like not too far from Key West that had like an airstrip, and then they actually had like a main building and then smaller buildings that you could use for the main house. And then you could have cabins for people. And so my ideal for that was to have like a retreat place, so that there would be the big house where everybody would congregate in that big house, like for to eat and to do yoga, to do whatever the retreat was all for, right? And then there were cabins, and I would probably have to add more cabins because I wanted it to be able to, like, there would be people that would come each time that the retreat was going that were facilitating things. So maybe there was a yoga expert, or maybe there was a breath work expert, or whatever, and that they would all have a cabin of their own. And then the people that came to the retreat would have a cabin, and they would have the ability to fix food and everything in their rooms, but the main house would be the place where everyone could congregate. And I could envision that there was this fireplace that people could sit around, and more for the ambiance than anything, because we're talking an island that probably is not that cold. But it was like I had all this vision stuff in my mind, and that the airstrip would just be gorgeous, so that small planes could bring people to the island. And it almost had this feel of, what was that show many years ago? Oh gosh, I can't remember. I'm showing my age with this one. Um, and he would say, the plane. And I don't remember what was the name of the show where they would bring the plane, would bring the people to the island and stuff. Maybe somebody knows. Great ideas. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you. You're around my age, Wendy. So what is the name of that show that is the plane? Fantasy Island. I just thought of it. I knew it would come as soon as I asked somebody. But it's like, heck, if we're going to dream, let's dream something huge, right? That's almost, and this is not the same thing, but I'll swear I don't know why it came into my mind. There are criminals that have gone away to jail for stealing something really small. And it's like, if you're going to do something illegal, go big or go home, right? And to me, if you're going to be dreaming, dream big or go home, right? So, and that is what Marguerite awoke in me this morning with her post about the dreams, right? Is that all of a sudden I realized that I haven't been dreaming as big as I did at one time. And it's one of those things where sometimes we get away from our dreams because we feel like they're not happening fast enough, or maybe it feels like, for me, for a lot of times it felt like it was just right out of reach, right? And that's one of the things that the wealth experiment has helped me with, is because I now recognize that I had some growth to do to get to the dream place where I can really dream this big now. And I actually have the ability to make those dreams happen. Whereas when I used to dream that before, did I have any way possible that I knew that would make that happen? No. And it felt like one of those pie in the sky things. I felt like I was dreaming some fantasy that was never going to happen. And I think that's what our dreams become a lot of times, is a fantasy, something that wouldn't it be nice if, but we think, well, that's never going to happen, but it would be good, right? And over time, we start putting them back in a drawer and not thinking about them because it makes us feel bad at a certain place where, well, that's never going to happen. Why do I even entertain that idea? And I want you to get into this place where you're open to the possibilities, and that you can just allow things to just effortlessly come into your awareness today. So today I invite you to not only be open to the endless possibilities and activate your dreams, but just think about what has been quietly in the back of your mind that you have had this inclination. Maybe you thought about this dream a long time ago and you let it go. Maybe you had this dream and somebody talked you out of it. Like, who do you think you are? An island? What the hell? And that's not for us. That's not for people like us. That's only for the ultra wealthy. That's only for, right? But it can be for us if we're open, aware, we allow, and we activate, right? And so when we allow all of this stuff to percolate in us, the thing that's going to happen is new opportunities are going to start showing up. New possibilities are going to become into our awareness. So that's why this journal prompt is so valuable, because it's a question. What possibilities have been quietly waiting within me? Maybe not so quiet. And then how can I allow them to just flow effortlessly, easily into my awareness today? And not only into our awareness, but we're going to activate those babies. And we're going to have God, the universe, just bringing things into our 2000 bits that we talked about, are going to start having a filter in them to where it's like, ooh, what are the possibilities? Ooh, let's make sure that that's part of the 2000 bits, right? And so we're taking charge, and we're allowing all of this stuff to just flow. And I promise you, if you're open to this and you're activating, then you will see in your 2000 bits so many more things that are going to light up your dreams and make them possible. Delicious, right? I love a delicious dream. And I'm so glad that I saw Marguerite's post this morning. And then this is actually yesterday when I was talking about, I had my little note paper where I had a bunch of different affirmations and journal prompts. This was one that happened yesterday, and it still felt good for today. And then with Marguerite's post, it was like it just all came together. It's like, okay, my 2000 bits are working, because there are so many people that post things on Facebook, right? Do we see all of them? No. Look at that as being our 50 billion bits of information per second, right? And we are only privy to the ones that are active for us. Because if you could see everything that every person in your friends list posted up there, you would just go berserk, because it would be moving so fast you couldn't keep up. And so our brains are that way too. We filter it out to what's important. So like in Facebook, when you look at an ad, it says, she watched that entire ad. Let's send her more of those, right? You actually respond to someone's post. Oh, she liked that. Let's send her more of those. And so just look at our brain as the same. What we focus on, what we listen to, what we respond to, all changes what our 2000 bits per second is. So we only see because of the things that we have responded to, clicked on, thought about, dreamed about, watched on TV. It all changes what we see, just like Facebook does. Isn't that really strange to think about? But it's true. So that really shows us how we can affect change by what we pay attention to. All right. So let me get back to the affirmation for today. I know I'm getting a little deep here for me, but it just feels like the right time. So today I am open I open my eyes to endless possibilities and activate my dreams with joy and excitement because I'm ready to live fully now. That's your affirmation. So put it on your sticky notes or screensaver on your phone, the index cards, put it on your mirror with a chalk marker, put it on a piece of paper and stick it to your fridge, wherever you're going to see it today. Put it on a sticky note and put it on your laptop. I don't care, but put it somewhere that today, this is you, right? And then our journal prompt. And the way I like to say to do this is get your notebook or your journal out, put the date, the affirmation, the journal prompt. And once you've written it down, don't just start willy-nilly writing out. No, because that's your conscious mind feeding you old stuff from yesterday, right? We want to really tap into our subconscious mind that's taking names and taking notes all the time. We want to get into silence, maybe 10, 15 minutes. Focus on your breath. Just quiet that chatter. And then when you open your eyes and you start writing, so much is going to be fed to you from your subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind has some golden nuggets in there that you don't even know. And so just allow it to throw out the possibilities. So you just brain dump everything that comes up in your mind. What possibilities have been quietly waiting within? Start with that. And then just whatever shows up, whatever, right? Don't judge it. Don't critique it. Don't say, that wouldn't be me. I couldn't do that. That sounds too hard. Right? Open your eyes to tremendous dreams today. Create great joy. Yes, Wendy, I love it. I love it. And so once you've done that part, then you can look at all of that and then ask yourself, how can I allow them to flow effortlessly into my awareness today? Because remember, our 2,000 bits of information per second that we are privy to with this process and what we've talked about, it's going to change what you see. And you're going to begin seeing possibilities around every corner, golden nuggets here, golden nuggets there. You're going to be seeing so much that you never would have before. So be ready. And like the story about Michael Jackson in the hotel room, right? I tell about this a lot of times too. And Michael Jackson wakes up in the middle of the night and he calls his manager and he says, hey, I just had this dream. Get this information, put this into play. It's this new dance routine. It's new, whatever it is, right? A new song. I don't know. And the manager says, wait a minute, it's 2:00 in the morning. Couldn't this have waited? And he said, no, if I don't grab this, Prince is down the hall and he's going to get it. So every time we have this epiphany, this idea, which we get when we allow ourselves to, we want to make a note of it. When I go out walking and I have this epiphany, I use my voice notes and I just voice it all out so that when I get home, I can look at it. Because what I used to do is say, oh, that's an amazing idea. That's an amazing thing to do. There's no way I'll forget that one. That one's too good. And when I'd get home, wasn't there. So now I make sure I use a voice note. And if I'm sitting in front of my computer and some idea comes to me, I write it on a piece of paper. And that's why these affirmations and journal prompts that came to me yesterday, I had this note on the other side, and it was laying on my vanity from a networking event that I'd gone to. And it was like suddenly these ideas just started kind of, and I said, wait a minute, where's a pen? Where's a pen? I don't know where's a piece of paper? And I was afraid that if I didn't get them down, they were going to go away. And so I used part of the note that I had about something from this networking thing is what I wrote all this down on. And so That's why for me, I have little sticky notes here, little pieces of paper. I have notebooks with information because sometimes I can't get it onto my voice notes and I just have to write it on anything that's close to me. And so that's available for you too. Whatever works for you to make sure that these epiphanies, these ideas, these golden nuggets that your subconscious mind, your guide voice is sending to you, you're taking them down and you're utilizing them. That makes it effortless, right? Because you're using it as it comes. You don't have to struggle to remember it. You're not struggling to make it happen. You're just writing it down. And then you can be open to allowing it to just move into your life, right? All right. So you guys have an amazing day today. And let me make sure I remember to tell you about all the things coming up. All right. So Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, Ruthie is going to be in the group, and I've created an event. So you can go into the events section and pull that up and make sure that you're registered so that you get the reminders about it. And then on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, Kaylee is going to be here. Well, let me go back. Ruthie is talking about, I forgot, I didn't even tell you what it is. Ruthie is going to be talking about holistic living. And she's got some amazing information for you. So be there, be there. If you're looking for ways to be healthier in a natural way without all the, you have to go from 0 to 60 just like that and change everything. No. So definitely join us for that. And then Kaylee is going to be here at 6:30 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. And she is actually going to be talking about one of the things that she does. I did a workshop with her, is that she helps you craft your keynote speech. She helps you with TED Talks. She helps you with all of those things to create the speech, right? I don't help people create their speeches, and I do help critique a little bit sometimes. However, what I help with is the mindset to be able to move forward with it, right? And so Tuesday, what time did I even say? I think we'll probably do 5 p.m. Eastern. Let me write this down so I don't lie. I don't want to lie to you. 5 p.m. Eastern will be the stand up and stand out party. And that's where we really dive in as a group, where it's going to be on Zoom, and we can discuss what our elevator pitch is, or what we're doing with our talk, or something that's coming up. And like, for instance, the last one of the people had been, she had her what we call an elevator speech. She called it something else, but she was able to, with the help of the group, to tweak it just enough that it was like catching you. Like when she would go to a networking event now and she tells who she is, they're all going to be saying, I need to talk to you. Let me find out more about that, right? And that's what we want for all of you. And then one of the women was wanting to start a podcast. Hi, Ginger. I saw you just tried to call. I'll call you back in a few minutes. Ginger is my niece, and so thank you so much for being here. Those that have been around a long time, you know all about Ginger. However, the one woman in the stand up and stand out party, she was wanting to be a podcaster, but she had a lot going on in her life, and she felt like she was just going to have to wait till the first of the year. Power pitch. Yes, Wendy, that's it. She was going to wait until the first of the year, and then she would work on it and everything. And I said, well, if it's something you really want to do, why don't we talk about what it's going to be about, and then maybe we can help you come up with a name. And so, with everybody in the group, we all talked with her and everything. She came up with a name with the help of the group. And then I challenged her. I said, okay, so you've got a name for your podcast. You know what you want to do. And I know it's not possible to start recording right now, but you can start being it right now. So I said, I challenge you to introduce yourself as a podcaster. And so she sent me a message the next day and said that she had done that and it felt so good to actually take on the identity of being a podcaster. So she has the name of it, and she may wait till the first of the year to do her first episode. I don't know, but it doesn't matter because she's claimed it. She is it, and she's now a podcaster. Whether there is anything out there for anybody to listen to yet or not, doesn't matter, right? So there's come to the stand up and stand out party too. But like I said, I'm going to put, when I first started this morning, I was talking about the audience, not the audience, the wealth experiment, and how Stacy's gifting everybody that signs up a 1 week free experience with it, right? So you get to have a whole week to play with it. And so the dares start tomorrow. And so you need to sign up ASAP. And I'll put the link in the comments. And I know we've got some people that shared that they had already signed up. And the cool thing is there's no obligation after that week. You don't have to do anything after that week if you don't want to. But you can do so much in that week that will be so valuable. And then you post in the group, and the person that is the most active during this process wins the entire program, which is a $3,000 program. So she's gifting it to one person. And so that could be you. But only you can decide, right? We are full of possibilities waiting for us. And if this is something that is like, ooh, I'm an entrepreneur, I really need a little bit of movement in my entrepreneurial journey, you need to be doing these dares. And so I will put the link in the comments. And so Wendy just said, okay, here's the closing statement for the day. And you have an amazing day, right? But open your eyes to tremendous dreams today, creating your joy. And I will see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern right here. Mwah.